subscribers and viewers of our channel. It is very important for us to understand what you like and what you don't like. Please do not hesitate to share your opinions in the comments. Friends, today we want to bring to your attention a video in which 4 ladies and 4 gentlemen will give their opinion on what percentage of married people cheat on their partners. What do you think? Your opinion is very important to us. Be sure to write what you think about it after watching it. Says Nathaniel.
Look, I know you'd really like some solid facts and figures for this. It's been asked millions of times, all over the world. Nobody knows the true number. Some say as high as 90%. Some say 13% of women and 20% of men cheat on their spouses. In Australia, over 50% have cheated on their spouse. In parts of Europe, France, etc., it is also over 50%. Sociologists have come up with the conservative figure that as many as 30% of children in the US are unknowingly being raised by fathers that aren't their biological dads. As in the fathers don't know they aren't their children. That's scary, sad, and disgusting. And I'll admit, it makes marriage a very unattractive proposition. Infidelity sucks. The idea that someone you trust, someone you opened yourself up to, and trust on a daily basis, to be your partner, has betrayed that trust and stabbed you in the back. It's disgusting. Maybe infidelity should carry a punishment with it. Legal and criminal. Or maybe marriage is an outmoded concept, and humans aren't worthy of trust. I don't know. I truly do not. But I do know that infidelity is high enough, that maybe trust itself is an outmoded concept. I'll post some of the figures I have saved. The guesses have a wide range of numbers. It's sad, it really is. It's no wonder the level of trust, for both sexes, is as low as it is. We have no reason to trust each other. None. And it is tiring. It really is. I don't know how some people say over 70% of people cheat on their partner. Men and women. I haven't found those high of statistics anywhere. But, I would agree that over 20% of both men and women cheat on their spouse. I'd say somewhere between 30 to 50% do cheat. Just sexually. That's without counting the emotional cheating and other forms, that some people would count. Which begs the question, again, why get married, if we are going to betray each other in such large numbers? Fuck that shit. Why be legally bound to someone who can't be trusted? Why work your ass off for someone else, when they will just stick that knife in, and twist as hard as possible? I don't see the attraction to an outmoded idea, not in today's society.
Chris speaking.
Although I kept my data confined to North America, the trend to have an affair is a global problem. Here's some background to put the cheating in context. The male sex drive. The degree of sex drive men feel is confusing to women who have a normal libido. A woman's sex drive is like going to a fancy restaurant. It's nice when it's there, but not a necessity. Men's sex drive is like a starving man rummaging through a dumpster for scraps. Sex drive for men is like being thirsty and needing water or having an itch that needs to be scratched. If a man goes for more than a week without sex, it's all he can think about. His penis feels like it's going to burst and masturbation helps a bit, but not much. I've spoken to other married women in the past and I've noticed that women tend to have a more, I want to have sex with someone I find attractive view, and married men have a more, I want to have sex. If she's attractive then great, if not, oh well. Of course, there are good reasons for this. We are all basically breeding machines programmed to breed as much as we can. When a married woman is exhausted from the stresses of work and childcare, sex is about the last thing on her mind. While most women probably know that men have a stronger sex drive, I don't think most know that it's physically and psychologically uncomfortable to go without sex. Hence, this is where cheating rears its ugly head. In general, men are more likely than women to cheat. 59% of men and 23% of women reported that they've had sex with someone other than their spouse while married, according to data from the recent General Social Survey, GSS.
Ajay speaks.
Every man won't cheat on you. Every man won't disrespect you. I know the world wants you to believe that men do not value relationships anymore, but we do. I know the world wants you to believe that we are incapable of giving one woman our all, but we can. I know deep down inside you are afraid of opening up and getting hurt, but guess what? So are we. Ladies, there are still men out here who value love and loyalty. There are still men out here who are patiently waiting to make you a priority. There are still men out here who want to court you and win you over the right way. Some of us still believe in taking care of your soul and your body. Some of us still believe in making you smile more than making you cry. Some of us still understand how much of a blessing it is to have that one great woman by our side. Ladies, don't let this world make you believe that we do not honor you, because we do. Don't let this world make you believe that we aren't prepared to love you, because we are. And last but not least, don't let this world make you believe that good faithful men don't exist anymore, because we do. Thank you.
And now let's hear what Claire has to say.
Hard data are, well, hard to come by. People don't often like to confess to infidelity, even in anonymous studies. The best data I can find suggests that somewhere between 30 and 60% of people will cheat at least once. That's a huge variation, and reflects the poor quality of the available data. Dan Savage claims.
I give the floor to Eric.
I have been with only my wife. I have known her entire life. We grew up neighbors, our families vacationed together and spent birthdays and holidays together. We started dating 27 years ago. We have been married for 24 years, and our oldest is 23 years old, in college. My wife is, and always will be, the only person that exists, romantically, mentally, and emotionally, for me. I would never cheat, emotional or physically, on my wife. She is the majority of my existence. There is no me without her or our family. Any other answer, I would question the happiness in such a relationship and marriage.
Jesse answers.
My mom, Maureen, is having sexual affairs with at least 7 different men. My dad has no idea about this, and the guys do not know about each other. My mom does not know that I have discovered her secret.
Let's hear what Joe has to say. Don't worry, it's not Biden.
I think if people get married at an early age, the percentage of people who cheat probably shoot up like a mountain and then decrease as they get older. People who wait to get married to an older age generally avoid this issue. They say that infidelity is the second biggest reason leading to divorce, so taking all the situations that everybody knows about and assuming that there are quite a few situations that most people never find out about, I'm thinking that there's probably cheating at least one time in a marriage, specifically including people of a certain attraction level, in about 70% of marriages. The 2 main reasons that made me never want to get married is I've always known about Americans' divorce rates, so from the top I wasn't interested in marriage working on a %50 gamble, and secondly because of not just all of the married women that I'd slept with, but also all of the married women that my best friend slept with also. I mean, between the both of us, barely anybody was handing out rejections, and if they did, it was only temporary. And only from one of these affairs did I actually cause a separation. And even in that one situation, the husband didn't know it was I who caused it. He thought she fell out of love with him. All the rest of the women that I slept with that were married are still married, the husband none the wiser. Since guys don't usually try and break up a marriage when the affair doesn't prove successful, most husbands never find out their wife cheated on them at one time.
let's hear from Catherine.
I'm a domestic relations attorney, so you would think my response may be skewed. But even from that perspective, being that people in happy marriages have no reason to consult with me, I would say no. Some do. Maybe even quite a few. But most don't. It's been my experience professionally that marriages end for many reasons. Affairs are one of those reasons. Not the only one and not even the most frequent. My parents were married for 23 years until my father's death. No affairs by either. Had my dad ever been late coming home, my mom would have assumed a flying saucer abduction before she thought of infidelity. With good reason. They had that kind of relationship. If I were to use the barometer of my group of friends, the ones with whom I enjoy a close enough relationship so as to know what's going on in such a private part of their lives, I would say a resounding no. One very close friend has been married twice. Her first husband, to whom she had been married for 14 years before their divorce, had affairs recklessly and often. She divorced him, of course. And 35 years later, unaccountably, he still resents her doing so. Her second husband, to whom she was married for 20 years until his death, never did and wouldn't have dreamed of betraying her. Another close friend has been married to her husband for over 40 years. No affairs. Another for well over 30 years. Ditto. A third was married for almost 40 years until his death. No affairs. 4 friends. Plus my parents. 6 marriages in total. One of those 6 marriages ended as a result of extramarital affairs. So, no. Not most. Not even close.
Thank you if you listened to the end. Subscribe, like and comment. Bye.